Hi, ladies. This is a plug for my identity recovery groups. The biggest thing I want you to think about is that no matter what is going on in your relationships, you can find wholeness and healing for your soul, no matter what the people around you are doing. Your wholeness and healing does not depend on the people around you. God does not require their approval or their collaboration or their participation to bring your heart back to life. Are you done participating in your own abuse? Think about that for a minute. How might you be participating in your own abuse? I don't mean that you're hitting yourself or that you are collaborating with a plan to perpetuate the harm against you, or that you're coming up with all these schemes for what to argue about next to demean and belittle you. But I do mean that there are ways that you have given over your God-given responsibility to guard your own heart and direct your own steps. So, under a strongly held but misdefined belief about submission, you've given him an audience to his rage and his name calling, or you have catered to him, apologizing for what he did in order to bring back some semblance of peace or to stop stonewalling or the silent treatment. You take on his bad behavior as if you were the one that did it. And then you've acted badly in return as well. You've fallen off your own cliff, as you've probably heard me say before, to become the kind of person that you don't even like. You hate yourself. And then you've ended up normalizing that person just to keep going along, to get along, hoping that it will ward off the next destructive behavior. Too tired to even wonder if today is going to be a good day or a bad day. You're just numb, don't care anymore, as if there were any other choice. But you do have choices that you may not have given yourself permission to think about because you've never given yourself permission to think before, to think for yourself before. You've been taught all your life that perfection is compliance. Compliance is great when the person seeking it from you actually is also considering your own heart and personhood and goodness. Not so great when you are disregarded, dismissed, devalued, diminished. This is trauma. We were created to be connected, not to feel abandoned or betrayed or unknown and cast aside. So trauma teaches us several things. One is that everything has a hidden threat and can't be trusted. So even if there's something good happening in a relationship, you do not trust it. It also teaches you that you have to protect yourself, that no one sees, no one cares, no one's on top of it, no one's paying attention. It's all up to you to protect yourself, and that protecting yourself just means hiding, withdrawing, going silent. And then it also teaches you that someone else or something else, the circumstances, are in charge of your healing and your health. None of these things are really true. They're what sin and brokenness teaches us. And they're twisted just enough to make you miss out on living and become self-sabotaging. It's under the guise of self-protection, but that always pushes you into numbness, not feeling anything, pushes you into isolation and hiding, pushes you into living a life that is a facade just to survive rather than connecting. There is a point in which you have to take a hard look at what you can do to guard your own heart, to work on healing, and to wash your hands of those behaviors that are not true of who you really are. You have a God-given authority to guard and choose your own steps. That's what wisdom is, and God calls us to that. And you will give an account for what you choose, not for just how you complied, but for what you chose to do. So, I want to begin to help you think about your own steps. No matter what the status of your relationships around you, whether you're staying in a marriage, trying to get out of a marriage, don't have a clue what you're doing, I want to help you find your sense of self. I want to help you show up in this journey to walk it out in a way that is full of life, of grace, of truth, and of joy. I want you to be well so that you can love well. So here's where the rubber meets the road. You do have a responsibility to guard your own heart, for it is the wellspring of your life. This does not mean simply hide. It means train. Guards are trained. They are prepared to navigate dangerous situations, not to control the situations, but to navigate those dangerous situations in such a way to allow the least amount of harm possible to the thing they are guarding. They are trained to know how to respond, to move, to deflect, how to step in or to step up or to retreat when necessary. They know how to place their feet securely. They know their options. They know how to move with intention. This is what you are responsible for in regards to your own heart. So, how do you train? With help and with a team. If your current source of guidance is someone who tells you to simply put on your big girl panties, endure this with more grace and forgiveness, or wait for God to step in, I'd venture to say that you are already really good at enduring more, loving more, and waiting for God. You've gotten really good at that. And you've found that in itself is not enough. I strongly recommend a different approach to specifically address where you are weak, where you are afraid, and where you are confused. So, join me in an identity recovery group where you will find the guidance and connection to help you navigate this season of your healing journey, to train in those areas that you don't know what to do and that you have lost all sense of direction. Check out my website for more information at charmankimbrough.com or at livefound.org. Both take you to the same place. And if you like what you're hearing and know someone else who needs to hear this, please like it and share it as much as you can. Thank you so much. I hope to see you there, and I hope that you have a great day no matter what is happening around you.